Before you get started on changing your temperature and pressure valve, you want to make sure that if it's electric, you're going to go flip your breaker off. If it's gas, you're going to turn your gas control to the vacation mode. Next, you're going to drain your water heater. We're going to leave a link above and below on how to drain your electric or gas water heater. You're not going to need to drain it all the way. You just really need to drain it to about, 5 or 6 inches below where your temperature and pressure valve is. If it's on the top, just same thing, still about this low. So what you're going to want to do next is to cut your discharge drain out of the way. If you have a long piece here, you're going to want to try to cut it in the middle. That way you can just couple it back together. It's according to whether it's gravity fed or if it goes up. Then if it goes up, it has to have a drain. But anyway, you want to try to reuse these parts if you can. So you can just pull that straight down. And then you're going to lefty-loosey the male adapter out of your T&P. Okay, before we unscrew the temperature and pressure valve, I just want to explain that if your water heater is really old, that the inside tank could be rusted, and this could be rusted to the inside tank, and when we start to loosen it, it actually could damage the inside tank, and then you're going to have to replace your heater. So you need to be fully aware of that and prepared for that in case that happens. So now we're going to take out the T&P valve. If you'll notice on the sides of the T&P, there's flat areas on each side of it, and that's where we're going to put our pipe wrench. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this we'll loosen this up is what we're going to do and get a good grip. So then we're going to lefty-loosey the T&P out. And we're going to do this slowly because what we don't want to happen is maybe we didn't let enough water out of the tank and that hot water gets on us and burns us. So we don't want that to happen. So we're just going to do this slowly and we're just going to make sure no water comes out of the tank. So again, lefty-loosey. Ooh, that one's rather nasty. Before we put the new temperature and pressure valve in, we want to get this debris out of the port here and clean up those threads. So the easiest way to do that is going to be to use a shop vac. And the reason we want to use a shop vac, if at all possible, is so that debris doesn't go inside of our water heater. So let's do that. You may also need to get in there with a wire brush and just clean those threads up real good. And then of course you're going to have to vacuum out that again, but that's all we have to do. If you're getting ready to start this process, go ahead and get your own phone out, take a short little video. I'm going to leave a place where you can send it in the description below, just to email that to us. And we might feature your video in one of our upcoming videos. And if you're enjoying this, go ahead and subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Now we have our T&P out of the water heater. We want to replace it with a new T&P that is the exact length of the old one that you took out. You also want to check your package and make sure that it is rated for 150 PSI and 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're handy enough to have gotten this far, you know that you're going to Teflon tape. We like to put some pipe tape on these male threads here. I'm going to leave a video up above in case you do not know how to do that. You're going to put your new T&P in there after it's pipe doped and has Teflon tape, and take your wrench and righty-tighty this back up. Okay, now we're going to hook up our relief line drain So we cut it apart, or however you took it apart. You're going to put your male adapter into the female part of the T&P, and you'll either, sometimes it's not PEX, sometimes it's CPVC, however,
whatever
kind of pipe you use, you're going to put it back together. It is required by code that if your drain is not gravity fed and it's going up vertical, that it needs to have this drain. So now's a good time to add that in. Homeowner friendly sharp bites. I know a lot of people don't like those, but they are homeowner friendly. If you're wanting to save some money, it's a great way to connect to whatever kind of drain pipe you have for this. So now it's time to cut the drains off to your water heater. Fill back up your heater with water. Open up your tub before you actually start filling up your water heater so that the air can come out of the water heater. And if you watch the video on how to drain the water heater, you'll know what I'm talking about. And once your water heater is all full, then you can flip the breaker, turn your water heater back on. Be sure to do that because cold showers are not fun. Or if you had a gas water heater, you're going to want to be sure and turn the temperature back up to whatever temperature you had it on before you turned it to vacation. Hello, Forrest. So you want to turn off your drain on your water heater. And then once all of the spitting and sputtering has stopped on when we just need to start all over again.